Hi friends! Today we're going to talk a little bit about how plants grow and the plant life cycle. So we have done a lot of plant investigations over our year. We've looked at trees, we've talked about flowers. I know in the fall and the winter we talked about trees changing. But now it's springtime, it's the time for growing. So I want to talk about how plants start. And plants start as a tiny seed. Now, seeds are very small, but I want you all to be able to see this, so I'm actually going to draw my picture a little bit bigger. A tiny seed. And seeds come in many shapes and sizes. I hope you all got to see my video, my sing-along story and felt board, 5 Tough and Tiny Seeds. If you didn't see it yet, now's a great time to go back and check it out. It's called 5 Tough and Tiny Seeds. And it shows you a group of different types of seeds that get blown by the wind into different parts of the earth, and they land and they grow into different types of plants. So I'm going to draw my seed like this today, but if you have an opportunity at your home to look at different types of seeds, it would really be a great thing to do. You can compare the different sizes, compare the different colors, compare the different shapes. So after a seed gets into the ground, there's the ground, and there's the seed underground, it starts to grow roots. My roots go down, down to the earth. My roots go down, down to the earth. My roots go down, down to the earth. My roots go down. And these roots are going to help feed the plant. So they dig down deep into the ground and they start to drink up water and drink up all the nutrients from the soil. It's really important that the soil, the ground, is healthy for the plants. So then some time goes by, the sun shines, the rain falls, maybe a child comes with a watering can and adds some water to the plant, right? They need their soil, their sun, and their water. And after a while, there's the ground, there's the seed with the roots. After a while, it starts to sprout. And some plants grow under the ground, but most of the ones we're familiar with seeing around right now, if you go out and look outside, you see flowers sprouting out in the yard, you see trees growing, bushes growing. This is how they start. They start as a little tiny sprout, a very small plant. And then they'll grow and grow and grow with their roots under the ground. Big, huge root system, and they will grow and grow and grow. If you're growing a tree, my trunk stands strong, strong in the wind. My branches reach, reach for the sky, right? It'll start to grow the parts of the plant. I'm going to grow a flower today. So I'm going to grow a stem, and I'm going to grow leaves, and I'm going to grow petals. And then that flower can shed seeds which get carried on the wind or carried away by animals or moved around by people who are also animals, maybe washed off in the rain and taken to a new place, and those seeds will wind up in a new spot where they can set down their own roots, and with the help of the sun and the rain, maybe some helpful people, some helpful animals and insects, they will start the cycle again. Remember, it goes around and around. It continues in the same predictable pattern. Now I have for you to work on at home this plant flip book. It's called Flipping for Plants, and all the different sections of the book are down here. This one I filled in on my own, but I have a copy, blank copies for all of you. You can print them out, have your parents print them out, and you will be able to work on this at home and fill in your own information. So yours might look a little different than mine does. Your pictures don't have to be the same, and you might recall different information. So this I want to be what you recall about plants. So the first part is called What a Plant Needs. And I showed you a little bit in our diagram, right? What does that plant need to grow? Some soil, some water, and some sun. So I drew the pictures at the top, and then I wrote the words down here, and you can work on sounding it out. Let's see. Soil, and you can see my S there. Water, and you can see my W, or sunlight, and you can see again my word starts with S. So you can work on sounding it out on your own, or have a grown-up help you write the words first, and then you can do your best to write the same letters. Next is the parts of a plant. And because some plants have different parts, I drew a couple different plants here. I drew this tree, and I drew this flower, and these are some seeds I drew on the side here. And I have down here the roots, the trunk, the branches. Let me fold this so you can see a little better. The branches, the leaves, which I have on my tree and on my flower, the fruit of a tree, which is where the seeds are hidden. There's seeds out here too. And for a flower, a stem, and this part. Do you know what this part is called on a flower? The part that is the actual colorful flower? Those are the petals of a flower. So those are the words that I wrote down here. And here is my life cycle of a plant. So I have the seed, the roots growing, the small sprout, and then a flower. I made mine a flower. You could also make yours a tree or something else, some sort of plant. And I wrote seed, roots, sprout, grown-up plant, seed, because it goes around back to the seed again. I didn't use a lot of colors on that page, but you could get as colorful as you like. And then the last page is called Plants We Eat. And there are so many plants that we can eat. I didn't have enough room to fit all of them on this page, but I drew carrots, broccoli, tomatoes. You can see my tomatoes are growing up on a vine, some berries on a bush, some apples in a tree, because the plants go, oh, and did you notice where my carrots are growing? They're growing under the ground. And that is the whole flip book, Flipping for Plants. So you can have a grown-up print yours out for you at home. And all I did was each page has a section like this and then blank space, and I just cut right on the top black line. so that each page is a little longer than the one before. And it makes this great flip book about plants. And that is the plant life cycle and flipping for plants. I hope you enjoy that. Go observe some plants growing around your own home, inside your own home. I know a few of you have shown me that you started small inside gardens where you were planting things. I know some of you have outside gardens, and even if you don't have a garden, I know there are lots of plants around the neighborhood for you to check out. So have fun with that, friends. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.